And I'm not going to talk about myself just because talking about myself. I just want to show my major here. I have an undergraduate in English. And when I was working for senior VP software engineering, I led the first smartphone launch, first location-based launch. At that time, there was no LinkedIn. My colleagues did not know I I was an English major. Okay. And I can converse with the project lead, engineering, senior VPs completely using technical terms. No problem. Because I work hard. If I don't know, I ask engineers. But the only thing I didn't do, I really didn't do, I never coded. I never coded a single line, never programmed. Okay. I did take some advanced math class and stuff. Did have a little bit of STEM training with my master at Cornell. So I'm being very straightforward to you. And people didn't understand like how you as an English major undergraduate can work in engineering environment, led major project launch. I did, and you can too if you are willing to learn. Okay, now the willingness to learn is much, much more important now. And because of, the whole thing is changing. So this is very interesting undergraduate. So what I did do in Michigan, I did political science to study how, the four dragons, the Singapore's, Hong Kong's, and, the South Koreans can take off economically. And Taiwan, we call it four little Asian dragons. That's really political science or a little bit of economics. Then I transferred to Cornell with free ride and I studied consumer economics. And then I started Qualcomm in the product management department, product management, understanding the requirement, and then move on to more an engineering management or operation, whatever, project management. So this is like my little background. And so all of you, I tell you, in 10 years, 20 years, we can have a Haddee reunion. And I promise you, I will hold some Haddee reunion either in Bay Area or New York City or San Diego, where most Haddee students are. If you go on LinkedIn, you can search Haddee people. We have 100 of them. They're not just Haddee students. Most people put in LinkedIn because they have Haddee experience, working experience as an intern. So Richard, you can put the working experience at Haddee. And, so we have a reunion. And I want everybody to show, okay, what did you study and what you are doing. And I tell you, more than 50% going to be doing something completely different from your undergraduate major. And I guarantee you, okay? If I said something wrong, we can have a small bet. All the dinner is going to be on me for the Haddee reunion, okay? So this is fun, right? And the second anecdote is I put my Qualcomm experience because that's really my only working experience as a corporate citizen, as a job, working there for 20 years. You know who is our founder? If you Google it, Dr. Jacobs still alive. PhD, Dr. Jacobs, Erwin Jacobs. And he's a Cornell alumni and MIT PhD. He started at Cornell, undergraduate, with hotel management background. Hotel management. And he finished PhD in MIT with double E, and he was a faculty member at UCSD, co-founded Qualcomm, co-founded a different company called LinkedIn before Qualcomm started in 1969. And I tell you, he did not waste his experience as a hotel management. Why? Because I knew the story. He co-founded Linkbit, I'm sorry, not LinkedIn, Linkbit, with Dr. Viterbi. And if you can Google, USC today just released early action, USC, we have students just got in. And USC's College of Engineering is called Viterbi College of Engineering. It's named after Viterbi, who is the co-founder of Qualcomm with Dr. Jacobs. Who else co-founded Linkbit before Qualcomm? His name is Dr. Kleinrock. Go Wikipedia, UCLA, Leonard Kleinrock. He sent the first packet switch message from UCLA 1969 to Stanford Research Institute, SRI. What the first message is? Too bad, we're here on Zoom. I could in person, I could have you guys take a guess, like, what's the message? Don't GPT it, right? The message is log. LOG. Most software engineers need to have a log to debugging, right? That's the first message. We are family friends with Dr. Kleinrock. Dr. Kleinrock invested in my younger brother's company, LO7, Qualcomm as well. We raised close $100 million as an edutech company. That's why I'm in edutech, is because I was a global recruiter for LO7. So I took Dr. Kleinrock and his wife in China, spent about a week, about now it's 12 years ago now. And Dr. Kleinrock told me the story. Dr. When they started, three of them started the company. Linkbit is more a defense. It's a pre-company before the Qualcomm. Dr. Jacobs sold it and with Dr. Viterbi, 1980 something, and then he decided to retire. And then retirement is so boring. And I think he was around my age, 50, 57. So you can still start a company at age late, 50s. He started Qualcomm at I think age 57 in 1987 or 1985. Don't quote me. Look at number. I think 1985. Yeah. So with all said, and the three of them all PhD, and in Dr. Kleinrock's garage, and they trying to make a business out of it. So who's most business savvy? It's Dr. Jacobs. That's why he was a CEO for Qualcomm, because he learned the business from his hotel management at Cornell. He started at hotel management, the business, the accounting, how to do net present value, how to do calculate rate of return, how to dilute shares, okay? All this. And then he found the business not very interesting to him, hotel management. It's really a business school, right? So he switched to double E during his undergraduate. He graduated with Cornell with undergraduate. Okay, his wife actually is my department, and more consumer or economics. We went to the same department, and his wife passed already a couple years ago. And they met Joanne. They met at Cornell. So we all said I'm spending about 10 minutes telling you this particular story. Whatever you study, whatever projects you do, there's nothing you're gonna waste. Nothing, zero. Okay. I'm going to finish with that one thing on this authenticity about my son. My son is a CCA alumni, graduate from CCA, went to UC Berkeley, my younger one. First started with computer science, offered with tons of good jobs. Very, Tesla was trying to chase after him as well. Published 4 papers with robotics, Bear Lab, and decided that computer science is not his cup of tea. So he decided to pursue theoretic math, and he's applying for PhD. But during this process, he finished right in December last month, 4.0 is computer science and math, summa cum laude. Okay, and taught TA for many classes at UC Berkeley, right? Great experience, and went to like TA in Jamaica, whatever, But you know what? His passion, he found out he likes to be a DJ. And the thing is, when he was in middle school and high school, he hated violin. And we dragged him to play Suzuki. He was going to go throw the violin away. He hated it so much. He stopped it at 10th grade or 11th grade. Just, I think, before the college application, he even did not mention a single word about his violin experience because he thought he was not good enough. Everybody was playing this level, and he was stuck in level 4, level 5. Now, after so many years, he found his passion in music, composing music for DJ. And he even used his internship money to pay for piano tutoring. He has a tutor, he's a teacher, a music teacher teaching him. So students, you will change. And I tell you, and if you explore starting, ninth grade, you don't know what you're going to study, completely fine. If you are the 11th grade, you still don't know what you're going to apply, it's completely fine. Okay. And I'm going to finish up with this particular topic. When you apply, you usually apply for private school, which are you getting in? You are getting in because of your potential. You are not getting in because particular major. And I tell you, the same way we have students going to Yale, the same small liberal arts college, Yale is not that big as well. MIT admit by potential, Stanford admit by potential, Harvard as well. Okay, so you can do anything you want to do and put a kind of the interest, and you may get in if you they see you a good fit and good potential, right? But for big schools like UC Berkeley, and I happen to attend a couple of bigger schools. My husband went undergraduate UCSD and USC for master, all major schools, right? And for those big schools, they admit by college. So if you apply through College of Engineering, at this point, admission is a little bit harder than you apply for letter science. If you apply for undergraduate, Ross, University of Michigan, has UC Berkeley, the challenge, it's going to be more challenging than you apply through arts and science for doing economics. You can still doing business without the business degree. Okay. So at the end, I kind of a little bit diverted, talking about seeking the truth. And then we're going to go back to the second skill. I'm sorry.
I,
Okay,
I, I
go
totally
ahead.
said I fully agree. Like especially in this AI landscape, I feel like this major, the gap is a lot smaller, but the learning experience itself, it's so pretty valuable. I think it reminded me if you heard of like Steve Jobs, like connect the dots anecdote.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you, Richard, for chiming in. Very, very good. Okay, so this then